Introductions should come before everything else, and that's probably why this video about introductions arrives only now after 23 previous videos. Please play along. You already know olá, bom dia, boa tarde, and boa noite. Those were mentioned in the very first video about basic words and expressions. Knowing these, you are fully qualified to greet anyone in Portuguese. If you want some variety, you could try oi, a version of olá that was originally Brazilian but crossed the Atlantic and will be heard occasionally in Portugal. Or you could say something more remote like salve and risk looking like a weirdo, or even make your arrival known by saying puré de batata with a confident voice. This means mashed potatoes and isn't a greeting, but I'm positive it will automatically make you look like an interesting person and everyone will want to know you better. To say what your name is, you have several choices. Chamo-me João. I am called João. O meu nome é João. My name is João. Sou o João. I am João. Any of these will be fine. If you want to know what someone's name is, ask Como te chamas? What's your name? Informal. This literally means how are you called? Como se chama? What's your name? Formal and semi-formal. Qual é o teu nome? Qual é o seu nome? What's your name? Literally, which is your name? Is also correct, although it isn't very common in European Portuguese. Because a video about introductions wouldn't be any good without actual introductions, here they are. To introduce someone, you say Este é o João, esta é a Maria, estes são os meus amigos. This is João, this is Maria, these are my friends. Remember to use the article. Another possibility, more wordy and formal, is Apresento-te a Maria. Literally, I introduce you to Maria. This one is tricky because it requires a special construction we haven't discussed yet. For now, remember that you use apresento-te when you're talking to someone that doesn't require formality. If you wish to be formal, you say apresento-lhe a Maria. Note that the person determining if formality is required or not in the verb is the person you are talking to and not the person being introduced. There are several other possible combinations. For example, permite-me que te apresente a Maria. Permita-me que lhe apresente a Maria. Allow me to introduce you to Maria, informal and formal. Or, quero apresentar-te o João. Quero apresentar-lhe o João. I want to introduce you to João, informal, formal. But keep it simple for now. When you're fluent, you can say whatever you want. Finally, what do you say when you're introduced to someone? The simplest thing you could say would be olá or como estás, como está, how are you, informal and formal. Remember that you use the third person singular of a verb when you want to address someone formally. There's also the omnipresent and uncompromising tudo bem, everything okay? You could also sound fancier by saying muito prazer, pleased to meet you, literally a lot of pleasure. Yes, I know how bad that sounds in English. A version of muito prazer with the same meaning is muito gosto. If you want to sound both fancy and original, the choice is obvious. You'll have to manifest your pleasure at being introduced to someone by saying knock knock, I made it up. It doesn't mean anything and nobody says it, but I really think they should. If you want to help me start this trend, I'll be your friend forever, or at least for the next 70 years.